Sexy.
So, another beautiful morning at the river house. Before I can do anything, I have to unconfabulate the deck. So it's not that big a deal, right?
Because it was never held on very well.
I got to deal with that spike right there. Probably just cut it off because I can't imagine I'll be able to get it back down into that hole. And then I should just be able to. So right now the deck is sitting on top of this plywood. So I should just be able to lift it and move her back. That's what I'm hoping. And then it should settle down. You can see the hump in it right now.
Maybe I'll have to stack some lumber on top and set the hoe on it and give her a squishing.
Yeah, this one's a little worse. Got a big spike right there because this one wanted to walk sideways. So we're still more or less intact up there, and fingers crossed there's a big spike that'll pin it. And that once I nudge this forward, then the whole thing will just slide back into place. That's my hope. I gotta watch because I can't back too far out over there because that's a septic tank. And I sure wish I didn't have the giant winch counterweight in the front.
By the way, do you want that?
Nice big trade item. I guess I can back the whole hoe out. I can dump the winch on the ground, and then I'm just gonna come up and try to skook her forward.
So I guess the first thing is get the Sawzall out, cut off those pins. Once I get it back into place, then I can, you gonna rain? That'll be awesome. Then, yeah, it's gonna rain. Then we can give her a nudge.
So I just finished greasing it. Still got to learn what position to put everything in order to grease efficiently. But I noticed that clamp has come loose, letting those hoses flap around, so I better put that back on. It's a little low on water this morning. That's that overfilled hydraulics. Eventually I suppose that'll level out. And I think that even the water might be the fact this thing is operating tipped, which I'm sure can't be good for it.
Right? That can't be good for it, I think.
But it's what it's got to do right now. So now I got to find a way to climb up there without dying and put that back together, and then I should be able to dig a little more. I don't want to lose any trees I don't have to. Right? There's that big yellow pine there. I imagine it'll get lost. And I imagine that this one here will end up being lost as well, but I don't want to. Shay doesn't want me to. So somehow I've got to get all this rock stacked down in here and then pick and move it a second time without tearing up the trees too bad. You know, we've nicked a few branches down there and a few branches down there, but on a ponderosa there aren't that many branches to work with, so you can't lose too many. Add to the fact that I'm a novice, I'm almost certainly gonna whack into the thing at some point. But we do what we do. So let me get that fixed. I want to bring it down here a little more level. I need to make more of a pad for myself. Unfortunately, any of the rock I pick out of there has got to come all the way around, and that's inconvenient. Or I got to tuck the machine and try to pass the tree, and that's just asking to smack into it. So round and round she goes, I guess. Doesn't look like much, does it? I pulled that down into an arc, right? And I felt like I couldn't stack any more there because he was blocking the road. So I came around in an attempt to get all the stuff I'd piled over there. It's disheartening. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Suppose I'll get it figured out eventually. But anyways, all this rock has got to be down there. All of it at some point. And the machine only reaches 16 feet or off center or something like that. And it's just getting it figured out. Maybe I need to go and sit and watch one of the rock yards move their stuff. Maybe this is all the more efficient it ever actually is. Anyways, it's low on fuel, so we're done for the day. I'm sure I got two little boys that were bored and ready to go an hour ago. Now I got a bunch of other stuff that I got to get done, so we're gonna call it quits for today at the river house. It's a little blustery and breezy. I've eaten enough dirt. My dust is blowing out into the road and the boats. I guess the trick is to just do it, and that's what we'll do. So, from all of us to all of you, thanks for watching.